right. Shalom. First and foremost, I give a praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash. In the Heavenly Father, the true name is Yahweh, Son, begotten Son, Hashem, and the name of Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwan Kadash, the whole tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. Back out here again on the highways and hedges, the chief place of concourse on this June the 13th, 2024. On this Thursday afternoon, Wadi Haba Shemal Shah for giving us an increasing opportunity chance to come out here to do so. Lifting up the names of Yahweh Yahweh Shah, Barak Thumbs to the elders, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, as always. I say Shalom. And this is the book of St. Luke, chapter 21, verse 25. Now it's kind of funny saying this earlier this morning when I had woke up. You had these Italian Edomites. I believe they was some type of voting thing they was trying to do, and they had a little fist fight. You know how Esau hit how when they fight against one another, they those soft little hits and stuff like that. And it was kind of funny, but these are just prime examples of we see in the uproars in people's world. You know, like the book of Mark 3, verse 23 to verse 26, it says, if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. But you're going to have people within their own nations, especially from a political standpoint, you know, not trying to be political or nothing like that, geopolitical or nothing like that. But these are just prime examples that we're going to be seeing more and more these times, you know. Just like about a couple of weeks ago, you had these two Moabites. These Moabites was battling out against one another. You know, you had one Moabite, I think he had a little voter thing, and then he had dipped off, and they tried to have one Moabite woman was trying to well let him, you know, and that's what we are seeing, you know, uproars in the people of the world, seditions, uprisings, and they should not regard their kings or their princes, and of course their actions standing in power. And that's what we're going to be seeing more and more these times, even though it's often, we see that all the times, but we're going to see it increase more and more and more. That shows you that the divisions, that the divisions between the different nations and different kingdoms is starting to show forth. It's starting to increase, you know. So you know, I'm just had a little laughter off of that, you know, because we had these Italian Edomites, I believe, from both different political parties, if I'm not mistaken. They had some type of vote or something like that, and then you know they was it was a whole crowd of Italian Edomites. You know, they was just throwing fists at it one another and stuff, trying to break it up and all that. You know, it was kind of hilarious. This is insane. This is what we seeing as a prime example of the stress of nations with complexity in the siege race war, just like Second Hedges verse 3. You know, uproars in people's world. You're going to see that increasing more and more these times. You know, kingdoms being divided against itself, nations being divided against itself, and they're getting back to that Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8. Even though it's going to be divisions within themselves as well too, even though the divisions are going to be divided between the nations. That's what we're seeing, you know. I just want to add a side note to that. This is Luke 12 verse 21. Yeah, this is Luke 12 verse 25. It says, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth, the distress of nations with perplexity in the siege raging war. Right, the distress of nations with perplexity in the siege raging war, and that's what we're seeing throughout the whole planet Earth. So we're going to see that increasing more and more these times, you know. Now, for to get into that second Edges, verse 3. So, it's a beautiful thing, and it's hilarious at the same time. These other nations battling out against one another, but you normally see that heavily within our nation. Now we're starting to see these other nations are having great divisions amongst one another. You know, even if it's from a laughing standpoint, or if it's from a very serious standpoint as well too. Because you know, the Heavenly Father, he's a righteous balance with it. You know. Now, if we get into that second Hedges, verse 3, like I mentioned before. Yep, this is second Hedges, chapter 9, verse 3. And it reads, it says, therefore, when there should be saying earthquakes, upwards and people rule, right? Especially ultimately the increasing of these upwards and people rule and the earthquakes. As we've been seeing the recent earthquakes, we're going to continue to see earthquakes in diverse places, the high magnitude of these earthquakes in diverse places, and we're going to continue to see the upwards in people world. That's what I'm touching on. So we're going to continue to see these upwards in people world, the seditions, the uprisings. They should not guard their kings or their princes, and of course, the action stand in power. This second Hedges 15. I'm going to start at verse 14. Yeah, this is second Hedges 15, verse 14, from the apocryphal books of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. But you look up that word woe means destruction. And great disgrace as well, too, like it says in 2nd Edges 8, verse 50. This is 2nd Edges 15, verse 14. It said, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. 2nd Edges 15, verse 15. For the sword, is a modern day swords, but it said, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another for swords. Right, and that's what we're seeing. This That's why you have the ongoing increasing escalations that's taking place over there in the Gaza Strip, throughout the cross bank, throughout the West Bank, the Palestinian area, the area over there in that area, throughout Western Asia. Escalations are heating up now so more than ever. What the fuck? His ass tweet. That nigga tweet. How the fuck you gonna go past the railroad track thing and you a college dumpster man? How the fuck you gonna go past the railroad track thing and the train is coming, but you still gonna go with your truck? I'll tell you about Babylon, man. Babylon is nothing but confusion, man. This place is through, man. That shit tripped me the fuck out, man. I tell you, the impatience of these people in this society is ridiculous. It's off the chain, man. That shows you that this is modern day Babylon. Nothing but confusion. But that was just a sad note. But second Edges 15 verse 15, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. But we know the modern day sword is a weapon. So it's going to be seditions among the nations, seditions amongst the people that's in power, that we're going to see more and more these times. It's only going to increase more and more these times, Damn, Jake had a removal of the whole thing. This is second Edges 15 verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Second Edges 15 verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, one people should stand up and fight against another with swords. Second Edges 15 verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, they one another. They shall not regard their kings or their princes, and of course their actions stand in their power. Hey, just like you had that protest that take place over there in Argentina. I believe it's some type of reform thing, if I'm not mistaken. I had seen that earlier this morning, of these protests that have been taking place over there in Argentina, and these recent protests that's been taking place throughout the whole planet Earth. And these are just prime examples of the uproars in the world and these protests in the world that we're seeing in the world today. We're going to see it increase more and more and more. So we're going to see increasing great seditions, uproars in people's world now so more than ever. So these are just prime examples that we're going to see more and more increase in these times. Because these are the signs of the times that we're in. The stress of nations with complexity and the siege raging going, uproars in people's world. Second Edges 15 and verse 16. But there should be sedition among men if they be one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and of course their actions to stand in their power. Second Edges 15 verse 17. Over there in Argentina, they had those protests. Cars were set on fire. They beating up the staff members and stuff like that, trying to protect the area from the protesters, the ongoing protests. We see in this worldwide, it's only going to continue to increase. This second Edges 15 verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, they one another. They shall not regard their kings or their princes, or the force of their actions stand in their power. Second Edges 15 verse 17, a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able to. And I believe it was like a month and a half ago, you had somebody, I believe they from the far right over there in the Netherlands or Europe, if I'm not mistaken. Even though we've been saying this previously, over there, like over there in Sweden, because you got a lot of Ishmaelites over there, you got those Hamites over there, and then you got Israelites over there. You got the diaspora of Israelites from the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, but mostly Ham and Ishmael, And then you had this protest. I believe it was recently. You had one protester had burned. They had burnt the belief of that book, of that Quran, of the Ishmaelites and what they believe in. And then that's going to cause a lot of uproar between the that's going to cause a lot of uproar for the different nations. And we definitely been seeing that as previously. We're going to see this as recently as well too. This is second Hedges 15 and verse 17. A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able to. Right, but there's going to be a time where a man should desire to go into a city and he should not be able to. And these are the times we're about to approach, especially of the pushing of this RFID and this CHIP, the central digital currency of this cashless society. So you're going to be stuck in that area. So a man should decide to go to a city, should not be able to. They're trying to go across town. They're trying to make some transactions. You're trying to withdraw some money. Try to buy some items for your house. You won't be able to do that. So a man should decide to go into a city, should not be able to. During the time of Jacob struggle, during the time of the famine of the world, the hour of temptation, the perilous times, the lawlessness, iniquity, sin. These are the times we're about to enter into, as I mentioned that as a prime example. So a man should decide to go into a city and should not be able to. And these are the times we're about to enter into. That's why we continue to measure the time diligently itself, sounding alarm, blowing the trumpet now, so we're measuring the time diligently itself. Prophesying this great country, great kings, like the world, even the essence of these times, So definitely a man should decide to go into a city. He should not be able to. And these are the times that we're about to approach. This is 2 Hedges chapter 15, verse 18. For because of that pride, the city shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed. When the scripture says pride go before destruction, and cause the spirit before the fall, especially with this African lifestyle in the month of June, Proverbs 16 verse 18. This is 2 Hedges 15 verse 18. It says, for because of that pride, the city shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. 2 Hedges 15 verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, or shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because of their lack of right, Matthew 24 verse 21. Matthew 24 verse 10. This is 2 Hedges 16 verse 18. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famines and great death, the beginning of wars and power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evil shall run. Isaiah 19.
I was trying to shoot my shot.
Idols of Eden shall be moved in his presence, and the heart of Eden shall melt in the midst of him. Isaiah 19. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 19 verse 2. It says, I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and shall fight against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor. Right, so the modern day Egyptian against the modern day Egyptian of Isaiah 19 verse 1 and verse 2. Because this is a modern day spiritual Egypt. Just like this is a modern day spiritual Babylon, this is a modern day spiritual Egypt. As a matter of fact, Ecclesiasticus. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 1. It says that everything there is a season and a time of every purpose under heaven. Right, for there is a modern day times of seasons and every purpose of heaven. So we're living in these the increasing of these war events that we're seeing more in times, and that's what we're modern day times of seasons. And we're seeing an increasing buildings, we're seeing this increasing prophecy that's about to be fulfilled. So we are in those modern day times of seasons and every purpose of heaven. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 2. In times of moon, in times of gathering, in times of plenty, in times of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 3. In times of KILL, in times of heal, in times of breakdown, in times of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 5, and a time to pass away stones, and a time to gather stones together, and a time to be great, and a time to write from the words. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 6, and a time to live, and a time to lose, and a time to pass away. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 7, and a time to bring, and a time to sow, and a time to decide, and a time to speak. Right, so we are in the increasing times of speaking of these increasing prophecies that's about to be fulfilled in the past, and these increasing biblical signs, and the increasing of these speaking about war, evil, and pestilence, and these only going to continue to increase, and these future prophecies that's about to be fulfilled. We're speaking about the RFID and the CHIP, the pushing of this central digital bank currency the society in order to buy and sell, the famine of the word, Armageddon, Armageddon 1, the second world passed, the third world coming quickly. So we're speaking about these very important matters, as it says in Ecclesiastes 3 and verse, Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 6. This Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 7. So I'm going to the next verse. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 8. And a time to love, and a time to HATE, and a time to war, and a time of peace. Right, that's what I'm seeing Matthew 24, verse 21. Very soon. We're seeing the increases of Matthew 24, verse 12. We're seeing the increasing of second Hedges, the 15th chapter, verse 16. We're going to see the increasing of Isaiah 19, verse 1 to verse 2 as well, too. As reference scriptures, This is that will surely done, and there surely done, there's no new thing on the sun. Right, so there's no new thing on the sun because this is modern day Babylon, this is modern day Egypt, modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, modern day Samoa, modern day Lot. So there's no new thing on the sun. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 10. It said, "Here's that anything wherefore it may be said, these have been already before time, which was before us." Ecclesiastes 1 verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall be any remembrance of things to come. That shall come after. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 8. It says, "In a time to love, in a time of HATE, in a time of war, in a time of peace." This is Isaiah 17 verse 1. Isaiah 13 verse 17. So I hear. It says, "Behold, I will stir up meats against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." Especially these nuclear escalations and tensions are rising up between, Babylon and between Babylon and Russia. So that's why I brought out the Isaiah 13 verse 17. I will stir up the meats against them, and as for gold and as for silver, they should not delight in it. And that's what we're seeing taking place. So that's why we're seeing nuclear the recent nuclear exercise drills from Russia, sending those warnings to NATO, sending those warnings to the Western countries as well too. The U.S. led bloc by Ukraine and NATO, Russia sending warnings to them, and so more than ever. That's only going to continue to increase, Like the scripture says in Matthew 24, verse 6 through verse 7. Wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Ezekiel 38, verse 4. And I will turn you back and put hooks into our jaws. And that's what we're seeing. The Heavenly Father put the hooks back into the jaws of these Russians, which represent the bear of God and the May God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Isaiah 17. It says, the burden of the land, right, that's what we're seeing Damascus, Syria, the second city that shall be as it will be, due to the increasing modern day confrontations between the Israel Defense Force of the borders of Israel, was the Israel Defense Force where they reside at, and then they using airstrikes consistently over there in Damascus of Syria. They're going against the Syrian armies, they're going against the pro-Iranian groups and the Iranian Revolutionary Guard groups as well too, as both injuries and casualties are being increasing on both sides. So that's only going to intensify more and more because that's a war zone torn the country over there. It's a battlefield over there. So escalations are only going to increase over there in that area. And it makes perfect sense because Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it should be Israel keep. Especially with the latest escalations, I believe it was another additional 150 rockets were fired from Lebanon all the way into the borders of Israel as of the day before yesterday and as of today as well too. So those tensions over there in Western Asia, it's only going to increase more and more. And definitely for sure, we're seeing Damascus is taken away from being a city. It's taken away from being its room. It's taken away from being a city that should be its room heat, and that's what we're seeing. Now for the get into that Ezekiel the 38th chapter. So over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, Western Asia is only going to continue to increase over there in the area. This is the prophet Jeremiah 28 verse 8. It says, prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. Right, so we're prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. In these war, evil, and the pestilence that we see in these modern day times, other signs of the times that we are in, that's only going to manifest. That's only going to increase more and more these times, and that's what we're seeing, the increasing of these war, evil, and the pestilence that we're seeing in our world today. The prophet Jeremiah 28 verse 9, it says, the prophets which prophesy of peace, when the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh has truly sent. Right, and that's definitely going into that Ezekiel 33 and verse 33 as well too. Now I'm going to bring out that Ezekiel the 38th chapter. As we've been seeing Russia been doing a lot of military exercises. They've been doing a lot of military activities. While we're seeing the Russia-Ukraine situation is intensifying, and then I believe Russia recently just went on. I believe Russia just recently just did the ongoing. I believe they had started as of today, if I'm not mistaken. But the submarine ships been deployed over there in Havana of Cuba. So they started. I believe they started again their military exercise drills over there in that area. This is Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 1. It says the word. It says the word of the Lord came unto me saying, the prophet Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against God and Magog, which he recently shall kill. Right, so it's set aside against God and Magog, which he recently shall kill, just like our forefathers did in their times. Now we're doing this in modern day times as well too. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 3. Thus saith the Lord, how will thy tower be called? I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 4. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth from all thy armor, horse and horsemen, all of them forth from all sorts of armor, with a great company, all of them with bucklers. It says, in a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right, so that's why the Heavenly Father's putting that warlike mindset into these Russians. Yeah, and then that's why we're seeing the nuclear escalations and tensions are rising up. And then we're seeing the military activities of the Russians. Are they doing this well too? As I ain't worried about it. Shit. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 5. It says Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with all of them will shield him. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 6. It says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Tokemor of the wolf quarters, and all his bands will be with him. Right, especially you got the Turkish armies over there, the Turkistan's armies over Iraq and Syria. So that's only going to escalate more and more. And that fits right into Ezekiel 38 chapter now, and through verse 39 as well too. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 7. It says, be thou prepared for thyself and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, be thou a God unto them. Right, so that's Russia is going to be a God to these nations, Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, Turkey, and these are the nations that they recently had a meeting with to building up their military cooperation, because they have the same in common with their adversaries. So that's why Russia, that makes perfect sense, because while we're seeing the Russia-Ukraine situation heating up, the escalations between Russia and NATO, together with Russia versus NATO, and Western countries against Russia, and what's taking place over there in Western Asia as well too. So it all lines up and makes perfect sense. So Russia is going to continually, increasingly be a guard to these nations: Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, Turkey, as the tensions of nuclear escalations and tensions are ramping up, and it's increasing over there in Western Asia. This is the prophet Ezekiel chapter 39 verse 1. It says, therefore thou son of man, prophesy against God, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach. I know, I'm just saying, because you ain't got to walk. Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 2. It says, I will turn thee back and leave but the sixth part of thee, I will cause them to come up from the north parts, and I will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel. Ezekiel 39 verse 3. And I will smite my Lord thy left hand. I will cause thy arrow to fall in thy back. Now for the bring out that in Jeremiah 51 verse 46. Yeah, this is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 46. It says, "Least your heart faint, ye fear for the rumor that should be heard in the land. And a rumor should go on for 1 year, and after that another year should come a rumor and rise the land, ruler against ruler." Right? The increasing of these wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So that should be a violence of land. A year after that, another year, violence of land, ruler against ruler. And that's what we see in the modern day times, just like the ancient times. This is a book of oh yeah, I'm gonna get into that book of Matthew as well too. This is prophet. Not prophet, a lot. This is Matthew 24 verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so it's not going to end this yet. It's only going to continue to increase. These increasing wars and rumors of wars that we're seeing in the world today. Now we're starting to see these wars and rumors of wars actually start to become an actual war between the different nations and different kingdoms, and that's what we're seeing. Nuclear escalations and tensions are rising up between the different nations and different kingdoms. But we're definitely going to continue to see the increasing in the uprising of these wars, rumors, wars as well too. Matthew 24 verse 7. But nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, famines and pestilence and plagues and earthquakes in diverse places. Nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom as well too. Matthew 24 verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows, right? Just like 2nd Ezra 16 verse 18. The beginning of sorrows, the beginning of famines, the beginning of great death. You know, and we're going to be seeing this more and more these times. You know. Matthew 24 verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So all these very important biblical signs and prophecy that's about to fulfill and come to pass, all these is the beginning of sorrows that we're going to see increase more and more because these are our biblical signs, are the signs of the times that we're in. Now, if we get into that prophet Joel, the 3rd chapter. So, this is prophet Joel, chapter 3, and verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," right, the Israelites. Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. "And I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is out Chicago, western Asia." It says, "And I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations of part of my land." Right, just like it says in Luke 21 verse 24, "The disgrace of nations were perplexity, and the seas raging mourn." Oh, that's Luke 21 verse 25. I meant to say Luke 21 verse 24. Jerusalem should be tracked down until the Gentiles were fulfilled, and that's what we've seen because they had departed the Lord's land. But you got these three different nations battling over land, and that's belongs to them. That land belongs to the Heavenly Father and His people, which is us, the Israelites, from our ancestors and forefathers all the way down to us. So the Heavenly Father, He's only in the midst of the children of Israel, the Israelites. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 3. It says, "They had passed out my people," like the Israelites, of our forefathers. "They had given a boy for the harlot, and so they grew up wine that they might drink." Joel chapter 3 and verse 4. "Ye would have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon," like those Hamitic nations, "and on the coast of Palestine, those Ishmaelites." Now you do have some Israelites that scattered among those Hamites, and you do have some Israelites that scattered among those Ishmaelites, especially had the way those Ishmaelites. I mean, especially you had those Israelites that's amongst those Ishmaelites is getting treated very badly over there. They've been discriminated against, especially certain areas over there in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, throughout that whole area over there. Now that's why so much bad things has happened to those Ishmaelites, what they did to the children of Israel, and even still to this day. They still facing heavy discrimination facing heavy discrimination, just like over there in the land of Ham. You got Israelites scattered over there as well too, that they being discriminated against, being treated bad over there. That's why those Hamites they get jacked up as well too, right along with those Ishmaelites. That's why we're seeing Deuteronomy 30 verse 7 is in full effect as we speak. Now, of course, we still get jacked up as well too. To be fair, because it makes perfect sense because the Heavenly Father, He's a righteous bountiful power. Because we have messed up in the sight of the Heavenly Father. Like it says in Amos the 3rd chapter, you only have I known all the families of the earth. For there I will destroy you for all your iniquities. As I add a sad note to that. But back to what I was saying was, these Hamites and these Ishmaelites, that what they did to the children of Israel from during those times, and all went to modern day times as well too. And that recompense is coming back towards them slowly but surely, and it starts to increase and start to show forth. As I mentioned, that Deuteronomy 30 verse 7 is in full effect. Now these curses that have been heavy on us, which it still is, but now we starting to see the other nations, they starting to feel that as well too. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 5. It says, because you have taken my silver and my gold, like the Israelites, our ancestors and forefathers. It says, because you have taken my silver and my gold and carried them into your temple, my good and present things. Joel chapter 3 and verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem had ye so unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border. Right, the Grecians, those are the Edomites. Because at first the dark-skinned Japhetic people, they was originally inhabitants over there in Greece due to the colonization and taking over, so that recompense that come upon those Edomite Grecians, especially what they did to the children of Israel. Let me read that again. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 6. It says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem had ye so unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border. Right, we've been removed far from our border, because we've been scattered among all the nations. Like it says in because we've been scattered. We've been scattered among all the nations. That says that in the book of Deuteronomy as well too. The scripture says, Judah and Jerusalem were oppressed. Judah and Jerusalem were oppressed together still. Their sin, Israel should be a sin to seek. Joel chapter 6. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 7. It says, behold, I will raise them up out of places you have chosen. I will turn your recompense upon your own head. Right, so totally that recompense is definitely upon their own head of what they did to the children of Israel. So it goes around culture, and that recompense is going to upon them. It's going to happen towards them times double. That's why we see that Obadiah 1:15. In many more scriptural references. Joel chapter 3 verse 8, and I will send your sins to your daughters, and the hands of the children of people. Right, so their sins and their daughters, their ancestors, all the now to the modern times, they're going to be sold in the hands of the children of people. It's like what happened to our ancestors and forefathers, that's going to happen towards them times double. It says, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, which is the top tribe of Judah of the southern kingdom, and they shall sell them to the Siberians, which are those people over there in Yemen, the modern day Yemenese people. So people fall off on the way now past over. Joel chapter 10, verse 9. It says, this among the Gentiles, prepare the Lord, wake up the mighty, let all men of war draw near, and let them come up. Right, that's what we're seeing. And Heavenly Father's putting that warlike mindset in these armies of nations, preparing them for war, waking up the mighty man out of these armies of nations. That's what we're seeing. That's why we're seeing the North Korea versus South Korea situation heating up over there in the Korean Peninsula. Especially recently, you had North Korea and South Korea. They withdraw from the peace deal. You had North Korea and South Korea withdraw themselves from the 2018 military pact deal. You have the ongoing rising tensions of North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States, as North Korea been increasing building up their nuclear capability, practicing and firing off their missiles, using simulation type drills to target the United States, to target Japan, to target North Korea, South Korea. That's what we're seeing. So escalations are going to heat up on both sides over there in the Korean Peninsula, and what's taking place over there in the South China Sea. escalations are heating up over there as China continues building up their military presence over there in the South China Sea as they get closer and closer to invading Taiwan. And the United States, they're going to have to get involved in that as well too, because Taiwan and the United States are economical partners, military partners as well too. So what's taking place over there in the South China Sea, China versus Taiwan, as that's getting closer and closer to escalation, it's going to heat up. It's going to be seen more and more in these times now. And not too far from the South China Sea, the disputed territory islands, you got China versus the Philippines of that. Been heating up ever since then. They've been throwing big fire water cannons at each other, uh, crashing their boats and their vessels into it one another, using loud intercom speakers with one another. I believe they're doing that with North Korea and South Korea as well too, which is kind of hilarious because you've been having as for the past a week and a half or so, you've been having North Korea using these gas balloons over there in South Korea, and then you've been having a loud intercom speaker of the SSR heating up as well too. The escalations are serious and it's kind of hilarious at the same time as well too. That's how the and that's how beautiful the Heavenly Father is. And Heavenly Father, he got a lot of sense of humor as well too. That's how cool the Heavenly Father is. Hey, call Allah Yahweh Shema Shak. But yeah, that's this like I just mentioned. These nuclear escalations and tensions are only going to continue to increase between different nations and different kingdoms. And that's what we're seeing. Like I touched on what's going on down there in the South China Sea, the disputed territory islands not too far from the South China Sea. What's taking place over there in the Korean Peninsula. What's taking place over there in Western Asia. You know, throughout the whole area, nuclear escalations are rising up between the different nations and different kingdoms. Like Scripture says, wars, rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So we're going to see it manifest. It's only going to increase more and more in these times. And it makes perfect sense because the Heavenly Father is waking up the mighty man of these nations, putting them in increasingly warlike mindset, and that's what we're seeing. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares and the swords and the plenty hooks and the spears, and let the weak say I'm strong. Right, that's why we're seeing Iran building up their nuclear capability, North Korea building up their nuclear capability, and all these other nuclear escalations and nations building up their nuclear capabilities. Now we're starting to see that the weak say I'm strong. It's only going to increase. It's going to be shown forth more and more in this time. Joel chapter 10 verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come all you people, and gather yourselves together round about Hedges and cause our mighty ones to come down, O Lord, house. Joel chapter 10 verse 12. Let the heathen be awakened and come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is your house, Shabbat. For there I will sit and judge all the heathen round about, which is the armies of the other nations. Joel chapter 3 verse 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ready. Come ye down, for the press is full, and fast is full. Multitudes in the valley of the city, for the day of the Lord, how is the valley of the city? Right, so the day of the Lord, how is the valley of the city? God chose Shabbat. The second will pass, third will complete. Now for switch up once again, get back to Jeremiah. Yeah, this is a prophet as we continue to chant down modern day Babylon, the daughter of Babylon. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 1. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that raise up against me a destroying wind. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 2. It says, I will send unto Babylon banners that shall banners shall enter their land. For the day, it says, for the day of trouble shall be against her round about. Jeremiah 51 verse 3. It says, against him, then if the Lord let the argument is old, and against him that lifted himself up, right? Spare ye, heard not, for your man is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 3. Thus the slain, it says, thus the slain shall fall in the land of Chaldeans, they are thrust through her streets. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 5, for Israel has been forsaken, nor Judah of his power of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver them from the sword. Jeremiah 51 verse 7. It says, Babylon has been a wealth covering where power have housed in. They made all the earth dry. The nations have come to their shrine there where the nations are mad. This Jeremiah 51 verse 8. It says, Jeremiah 51 verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fall and destroyed after her take on her name, and so that she may be healed. Right, so there's no healing. There's no healing for Babylon. So that's why we chanted down Babylon, and there's no healing for Babylon. And Heavenly Father definitely showing forth that as He continues to put the Spirit on the nations to go against modern day Babylon, slowly but surely, increasingly, this work of Babylon promotes evilness, wickedness, unrighteous decrees. And Heavenly Father put the Spirit on us as us being His servants and prophets, prophesying against modern day Babylon, as us being His messengers to chant down modern day Babylon now, so more than ever. Just like the prophets of old did, and I see it in some modern day times as well too. And it's a beautiful thing. Your Hebrew and call Allah Yahweh Shem Shag. It's Jeremiah 51 verse 14. The Lord Yahweh of hosts has sworn by Himself, saying, surely I will fill you with men as with caterpillars, they shall go up, they shall against Jeremiah 51 verse 15. He has made the earth by His power. He has established the world by His wisdom. He has stretched out the heaven by His understanding. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 16. When He uttered His voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens. He causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh light with rain. He bringeth forth the winds out of His treasure. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 17. It says, Jeremiah 51 verse 17, every man is bruised by his knowledge, and every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his altar image is falsehood, there is no breath in it. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 18. It says, they are vanity in the works of their time, and their vegetation that shall perish. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like him, for he is the form of all things. And Israel is the pride of his inheritance. And the Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. Jeremiah 51 verse 1. It says, thou art my battle axe against war, he of a great peace of nations, and he of a destroyed enemies. Jeremiah 51 verse 1. It says, he of a great peace of fortunes and pride, he of a great peace of chariot. So Jeremiah 51 verse 22. It says, thee will also great peace of mankind, he of a great peace. Jesus great peace, he of the main enemy is Salah. Yep, this is Jeremiah 51 verse 23. It says, also when the pieces of ship and his heart, he will break pieces, he will break pieces at his foot. Prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 24. It says, I will render unto Babylon, so all the inhabitants of the Chaldea, and all the evil that they had done in Zion, to Zion, in verse 5, said the Lord to help Jeremiah 51 verse 25. It says, I am against the Lord short mountains. Said the Lord, how will I destroy all the earth? I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and hold them down with rocks. I will make the gate of bullets. This is Prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 26. It says, they shall not take up the stone from heaven. Thou shalt thus forever, said the Lord, how Jeremiah 51 verse 27. It says, set up the standard, set up against the kingdoms of the Nazarite in and for your capital against them. Cause the hosts to come up as a great cavalry. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of Egypt, which is Russians. It says, prepare against her the nations with the kings of Egypt and the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, all the lands of his dominion. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 29. It says, the land shall tremble, sorrow for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh shall perform against Babylon, to make the land Babylon a desolation without habitations. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 30. He had Babylon before his life, they had remained in ruins. Their mind has failed, they become this woman, they had bumped in the wilderness, our bars are open. Right, so we're going to continue to chant down modern day Babylon the Great as we continue to see it crumble and collapse now right in front of our eyes. We're going to continue to see it appreciate. This is Revelation. This is the book of Revelation, 18 verse 1. Yeah, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 1. It says, and after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was like as his clothes. Revelation 18, verse 2. It says, and he cried mightily, but they strong for sin, Babylon the great is fallen. They become a habitation of the sea, the whole earth is proud spirit. And they gave him everyone in each 18 Revelation 18, verse 3. For all the nations have drunk of the wine, the wrath of fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are right towards with the abundances of her delicacies. Revelation 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you do not partake of her sins and receive none of her plagues. Right, for us Israelites, we got to come out of the ways of Babylon, mentally and spiritually, and coming back into the ways of Yahweh Shemashah. Because Babylon promotes evilness, wickedness, unrighteous greed, especially this African lifestyle stuff that going for children. So that's showing that's portraying that towards the children of Israel. You got Israelites that's in the world that's portraying that's partaking in that, glorifying that. So we got to turn away from that, coming back into the ways of Yahweh Shemashah, which righteousness, coming back to that who we set apart people like once worship. So as I was reading Revelation 18, verse 4, we got to come out of the ways of Babylon mentally and spiritually. Come out of the ways of spiritual Egypt. Come out of the ways of modern day Babylon 12 too. This is Revelation 18, verse 5. It says, for her sins reach unto heavens, and power has remembered her iniquities. Right, for her sins have been reached unto heavens, and heaven Father has remembered her iniquities, and still to this day. Now, we get into that. Now, from the switch up the top, we get into that Revelation 13, verse 16 to verse 18, as we see the increasing of this RFID and CHIP of this central digital currency cash society in order to buy or sell. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and it calls them all for small degree, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a prerogative, which is that in their hand, in their right hand, or in their FOREHEADS. Right, so even if you're upper class or lower class in the economic spectrum of all the rest of the planet Earth, this is what they're pushing, this RFID and the CHIP of this MOTP. This is going to be, because very soon, the paper dollar, that's going to be a thing of the past. They are pushing forth this central digital currency of the cashless society, digital ID, digital wallet, digital currency, because this is going to be the new form of currency. Revelation 13, verse 17. And that no man will buy or sell, say that he got of the name of the ENSC or the number of his name. Right, so in order to buy or sell, you're going to have this essential digital currency, or this RFID that they want you to store in your body. This is the upper part of the bottom part of your body in order to buy or sell. Because as I mentioned again, the paper dollar is going to be the thing of the past. As we start to see various nations and other nations following the lead to withdraw and turn away from the EU and the American dollar as well too. As we seen a couple of days ago, as I believe Saudi Arabia, they had withdrawal from the petrodollar. So that shows you more signs of the nations getting closer and closer to this new form of currency, essential digital currency, digital ID, digital card, digital dollar, digital currency. This is going to be a new form of currency in order to buy or sell as we move forward, moving forward towards the pushing of this MOTP. This is Revelation 13, verse 18. It says, here is wisdom. Let him have understanding, count the number of the EASC, for his number of the man, and his number is SIX 364 and SIX. Now let's get into that Revelation 14, verse 8. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she has made all nations drunk of the wine, wrath of her fornication. Revelation 14, verse 9. And the third angel following, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the EAST in his image, and receiving his prerogative, which is the MARK, and his FOREHEADE, or in his hand. Revelation 14, verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine, the wrath of the which poured out a mixture, and the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of all angels, in the presence of the Lamb. Revelation 14, verse 11. And the smoke of that torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest, they will not worship his seed of his image, who whosoever receiveth the name, receiveth the M-A-R-K of his name, shall go out of it. Now, if we get into that Revelation 3 and verse 10 as well, too. We got this Revelation. We got this Revelations. We got 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the words of my creatures, I will also keep thee from our temptation, which shall come upon the whole world and try to let dwell upon the earth. Right, so this is what we're about to enter into, this our temptation. So, so in order to, in order to continue to be part of this, this modern day Babylonian system, this modern day Babylonian economic system, and you're going to have a worship that ST image and false anti-central worship in this modern day Babylonian system. So this is going to be a new way in order to buy yourself. And there's going to be 2 ways to get you down with your Albashi and Shat or mammoth of this world, like it says in 1 John 1, verse 15 to verse 18. Revelations 3 and verse 10. So long as we keep the words, long as we keep the words and the patience of the Heavenly Father, out of our outside. This is Revelations 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will also keep thee from our temptation. It says, there shall be upon the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right, it says that all that dwell upon the earth that shall try these the time to enter into. So I don't want rock side or willing, I don't want rock side. The spirit of the Albashi and Shad, that he will keep us from that out temptation. Be under that protection that covenant has under the shadow of the Albashi and Shad. That our temptation is about to approach. The pushing of this MOTP is approaching. The pushing of this family word is approaching as well too. That's why we're occupying prophecies, like it says in Ecclesiastes, down in verse 1. The sound of the trumpet comes in forever. Prophesying his great country, their kingdoms are more than essence as well too. So he said this very important. This is a major prophecy that's about to be fulfilled. The pushing of this MOTP, this central visionary currency, cash society, visual now the visual ID, visual currency. The pushing of this RFID and CHIP. That's why we tell the children of Israel, be not partaker of it, but be partaker of the ways of the Habash. Is that first John? That's that first John.
Estamos apagados ya y dice 71.
Yeah, this is 1 John 2 and verse 15. It says, love not the world, and the things that are in the world, if any man loves the world, love the Father. Right, that's when that James 1 and 8 comes into play as well too. And double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So as us Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, from the northern kingdom and southern kingdom, respectively, the 12 tribes of Israel. So we cannot love the ways of this world, but love the ways of God. Even though we are of the world and not of it, but we cannot have 100% mindset of those especially when it comes even as witness and unrighteous creeds. But we want to love the ways of the Father and how us his wisdom and his understanding. But the scripture says the wisdom of this world is foolish in the sight of the Father. God of this world have wrong and has to be better than believe. Surely your things is turned upside down and still as box plate. Psalms 82 verse 5. The whole earth.
Pero porque le ponen el seguro a él.
No. In Proverbs 29 verse 2. Job 9 verse 24. This is 1 John 2 verse 15. Verse 16 is like 1 John 2 verse 16. It says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but it's of the world. Right, so the lust of the flesh and the pride of life. And the lust of the flesh and the pride of life is not, it's of the world but not of the Father. But we want to partake of other ways of the Heavenly Father and not the lust of the flesh and the pride of life. We want to be protector of that. Even though everything is a balance, but we dealing with this increase in spiritual warfare, this spiritual battle. So we got to continue to put that armor of power, and then we got to apply this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Hey, John 8:32, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. This is First John 20 verse. Got First John 20 verse 17. It says, "And the world passeth away, the lust thereof, but he that does the will of Yahweh abide forever." Right, so the world passeth away, and the lust thereof is will too. But he that does the will of Yahweh abide forever. And that's what we want to be protected in those ways, as being the servants and prophets of the Heavenly Father, and abide in the ways of the Heavenly Father. So he that abide in the ways of the Heavenly Father should live forever. Now, if I bring out that Romans. Now, if we get to Romans 12 verse 1 as usual. Yeah, this is Romans 12 verse 1, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures. It says, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, by power, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Yahweh, which your reasonable service." Right, so this is reasonable service, as us being the servants and prophets of the Heavenly Father. Make our bodies as a living sacrifice. So this is our reasonable service. Come out here on the highways and hedges, lifting up the name of the outright outshine, prophesying the names of the Father and Howard, continuing making our calling much sure, fishing for the elect, bid Israel to marriage, seeking the righteous path and righteous ways of the Heavenly Father and Howard. So this is our reasonable service in the sight of the Heavenly Father. And this is Romans. Yeah, this is Romans 13 verse 11. It says, Romans 13 verse 11. It says, "And that knowing the time that now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation, everything will believe." Right, so we see in the increasing of this, the pushing of this MOTE. We see in the increasing pushing of the wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, the famine of the word, time of Jacob struggle. These are just prime examples that the Heavenly Father showing us on the planet Earth. Okay, so now's that time, the high time to wake out of sleep. While the Heavenly Father arm is still stretched out still, and while we still have an opportunity chance to return back unto that before we come into these very important signs once it comes into full effect. So now's that time, high time to wake out of sleep. The children of Israel are the respectable 12 tribes of Israel from the northern kingdom and southern kingdom. So now's that time right now as we're speaking, and these are modern times, other signs of the times that we're in, and now's that time, high time to wake out of sleep. This is Romans 13, verse 12, and 9 is and let us cast off the burden of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Right, so the 9 is far spent, and let us pass off the works of darkness and put on the whole armor of light. Just like it says in Ephesians 6 chapter, put on the whole armor of light. So we understand Mr. Washington see this one too. It says Romans 13, verse 13, "Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioters and drunkenness, not in chamber, wantonness, and prescribed it." Since I mentioned that, I'm going to get into that Ephesians. Matter of fact, before I get into that, I'm getting to that First Thessalonians. You got First Thessalonians 5, verse 1. It said, "But the times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you." First Thessalonians 5, verse 2. "For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh thy power shall come, so cometh as a thief in the night." Right, just like Joel 2, verse 1. This is First Thessalonians 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, such destruction come upon them as a travail. It says, as a travail, a woman. It says, as a travail upon a woman with child, they shall not escape. First Thessalonians 5, verse 4. "But ye, brethren, are not in the darkness, as the day shall overtake you as a thief." First Thessalonians 5, verse 5. "Ye are the children of light." the Israelites, right? And the children of the day, ye are not of the light, nor of darkness. First Thessalonians 5, verse 6, it says, First Thessalonians 5, verse 6, it says, therefore let us not sleep as the others, but let us watch and sober. First Thessalonians 5, verse 7, but they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunk are drunk in the night. First Thessalonians 5, verse 8, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate and the faith of love, and the helmet of hope of salvation. Uh, uh, yeah, I'm going to point out that Ephesians 6 chapter. I'm getting to that. 6, 7, 8. You got this the book of Ephesians. You got Ephesians 6 and verse 10. Yeah, this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10. It says, finding my brethren, and strong in the Lord, Yahweh, and the power of his might. Verse 11, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the deceiver. Right, because the ultimate deceiver is going to come down with great pride and have a short time rule. First Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the deceiver, is walking out seeking with pride. That's going to be, increasing these things. It's Ephesians 6 verse 11, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the deceiver. Second Hedges 16 verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, and spiritual wickedness in high places. Ephesians 6 verse 13, therefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand the evil day and have that all to stand. Right, so as we are approaching these evil days, so we be able to stand that evil day. He put on the breastplate of righteousness, put on the whole armor of Yahweh. Ephesians 6 verse 14. Ephesians 6 and verse 14, it says, and therefore have your loins girded about with truth, and have on the breastplate of righteousness. Ephesians 6 and verse 15, declarations of the gospel of peace. Ephesians 6 verse 16, above all, take issue with faith, well, you should be able to quench all the fiery darts of wicked. Ephesians 6 and verse 17, and take the helmet of salvation, this is the sword of the Spirit, and the word of your house. Ephesians 6 verse 18, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereupon to preservations and supplications for all saints. Right, because the saints are the Israelites. Now this Ephesians 5 and verse 15. Got this in the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15. And that you also circumspect the things which are wise. Right, so we got to continue to be circumspect and watch our lives around us in the righteous path. Wisdom and understanding and circumspect perspective from wisdom, knowledge, and understanding by the Alashim Shai type perspective. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as wise brothers, not as foolish powers. Ephesians 5 verse 16, it says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right, so we're going to continue to redeem the time because the days are evil. We don't have to approach it ourselves. Ephesians 6 verse 17. It says, wherefore we do not as yet understand what the will of the Lord Yahweh is. This Ephesians 5 verse 18, we not drunk to the wine, or in excess of our filled with the Spirit. This is our book. Yeah, this is the book of Colossians, chapter 4, verse 5. It says, walk in wisdom towards them that are without and in the times. So we got to continue walking towards them without and the evil times. As I brought out that Ephesians 5 verse 15. Let's get into that 2 Timothy, third chapter. Yeah, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." Right, so also in the latter days perilous times shall come, which were the times that we're about to fully enter into. This is coming into full effect, and we are definitely approaching those times. You know, as I brought out 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2. "For men shall be lovers of themselves, boasters, proud, blasphemous, disobedient to parents, and thankful both." Right, Proverbs 16 verse 18. This 2 Timothy 3 verse 3. "Without natural affection, true breakers, false accusers, impotent, despised are those that are good." Like it says in Isaiah 5 verse 20, it says, "Woe to them that call evil good and good evil." So that's going to be increasing more and more percentage. This is 2 Timothy 3 verse 3. It says, verse 4. It says, "Traitors, hideous." Um, 2 Timothy 3 verse 4. It says, "Traitors, hideous, high minded, lovers of pleasure, lovers of the house." Right, so loving of pleasure of themselves more than the loves of your house. Traitors, hideous, high minded, pleasure of love of themselves more than the loves of your house. 2 Timothy 3 verse 5. "Have a form of godliness, but the lying powers thereof for such something way." 2 Timothy 3 verse 6. "For of this sort are they which creep into the house, and lay have considered woman, lay their way of sin, lay their way of diverse sins." 2 Timothy 3 verse 7. It says, "And ever learning and never able to come unto the knowledge of the truth." Yeah. Right, like that. First Peter. Right, so that's going to be happening. That's going to be happening in a lot of days, especially as I brought out that 2 Timothy. Especially that 1 John 2 verse 18 as well too. 17 verse 18 as well too. Yeah, this is 1 Peter 5 verse 8. Yeah, 1 Peter 5 verse 8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the deceiver, is a roaring lion with the mouth seeking whom he may devour." Right, as I brought out that 1 Peter 5 verse 8 and Ephesians the 6th chapter as well too. So wisdom and knowledge definitely shaping the stability of our times, teaching for salvation, and fear the Lord and how our past treasure. Now we'll bring out that Isaiah. Matter of fact, before bring that up, get to that Daniel's 12 verse 1. This is Daniel's 12 verse 1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, and stand for the children of thy people, right, for the Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble, which we're about to approach, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, and everyone shall be found written in the book, right, for the Israelites." Daniel's 12 verse 2. "They did nothing against the earth, shall It's Daniel's 12 verse 2. "And many of them that seek the face of the earth shall wake shame and have not contempt." Daniel's 12 verse 3. "And they that with eyes shall shine bright as the sun, and they that return to righteousness as the stars of heaven." Daniel's 12 verse 4. "Without obeying shall be birds and silver goats, and to the time many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase." Right, so many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Especially times we're about to enter into the great troubled times as we're approaching those times. So like the archangel will not stand up for the children of our people. It's like the archangel times going to see this amount of times as well too. The prophet Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 33. It says, "And when this man pass, when they will come, then they shall know that I pass upon them." So once all these things come into pass and be fulfilled, and then it showed up as a prophet. It's like it was in ancient times, prophesying when they was on the scene, it was prophesying unto all the nations, prophesying unto the children of Israel, whether they hear or they forbear. This is taking place in modern times as well too. And that's how I brought out that Daniel 12 verse 1 to verse 4 that's going to come into full effect in these modern day times. Is Michael the Archangel will have to stand up for the children of the people, which is the Israelites. Now if we get into that Jeremiah 30th chapter, the prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 1, the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord Yahweh saying, Jeremiah 30 verse 2, thus speak the words of the Lord Yahweh of Israel, saying, write all these words that I have spoken unto thee in the book. The prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 3, behold the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord Yahweh, and I will cause them to turn to the land that I give their fathers, and they shall possess it. Jeremiah 30 verse 4, these are the words of the Lord Yahweh, that spake concerning Israel, Jeremiah 30 verse 5, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard the voice of the trumpet, and heard the words. Jeremiah 30 verse 6, ask and see whether a man was to build a child, or whether I see that a man stands in his homes, as they want to build, and all the faces turn to pillars. Prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 7, at last that day is great, so that was like, and it's in the time to take trouble, but we should say that. And I don't know about the side of you said out of the early time that struggle, these are the times just going to about to approach. So I don't know about the side of you said out of the early time that trouble is everybody's going to be fully affected in this very important time of the time that trouble approaches. As we get closer and closer to those times of trouble. Yeah, I'm worried about that Amos. Right, so it's going to be a modern day family word as well too, or like a bread for like. Shout out to that it says, and they shall want to seek the they shall want to seek the words of the Lord. Right, so these are modern day times. Many shall run to the Lord, try to seek the words of the Lord as we get closer and closer to the family of the Lord. Amos 8 verse 13, it says, in that day shall fear words. It says, now let's get into that. So this is so once again, this is what we out here prophesying about. Prophesying against great countries, great kingdoms, war, pestilence, the sound of your mom going to trumpet now somewhere, whatever. Like it says, Ezekiel the 3rd chapter, Joel the 2nd chapter as well too. So we're going to continue to prophesy against great countries and great kingdoms, of war, even pestilence as well too. And check, make sure everything good. Yep, everything's still good. Call Allah, y'all watch me on chat. Bring out this last scripture that I'm close out. Call Allah, y'all watch me on chat. Now, this is the prophet Isaiah 11 verse 10. It says, in that day there shall be a group of Jesse which shall stand for the ensign of the people to it shall the Gentiles see. And his rest shall be glorious. Prophet Isaiah 11 verse 11. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall set his hand in the second time to recover the rank of his people what should be left from Syria, and of Egypt and the African portion, and Isaiah 11:12. Will shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Right, the outcasts of Israel and dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. And that makes us the children of Israel. So that's not talking about those IDF Edomites. That's not talking about no Monothamites. That's talking about the children of Israel. Because we've been scattered among all the nations from our ancestors and forefathers all the way down to us. So that makes us the Israelites, the hidden ones, like it says in Psalms 83rd chapter, of the nations that they are inspired against. That the children of Israel be no more in the rivers. Jeremiah 17 verse 4. So that definitely makes us the children of Israel, not those small hatters. The small hatters, they being exposed to who they actually are, liars and deceivers. They deceive the whole. They have deceived the whole world, thinking that they are the heavenly Father's people, which they are not. Now they're being exposed. Job 18 verse 11. Isaiah, verse 11. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Paphos, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and Hamath, from the islands of the sea. And these are the areas that our brothers and sisters are still scattered at still to this day, just like we are scattered in Israel too, from the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Because Israel should be at the same sea, like it says in Hosea 1 verse 10. From our ancestors and forefathers all the way down to us. We speak these different languages, these different customs and cultures. Even though we're coming back to Yahweh Shad, we're coming back to who we actually are, but we still scattered among all these nations. We still scattered all these different parts around the world throughout the whole planet Earth. That's why it makes perfect sense, because Israel should be the same sea. This is Isaiah 11 verse 12. He shall set up an ensign for the nations. He shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Isaiah 11 verse 13. It says, this is Isaiah 11 verse 13. It says, the enemy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall go off. It says, Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. This is Isaiah 11 verse 14. It says, they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west, and they shall spoil them on the east together. And they shall let a man upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Yemen shall obey them. The prophet Isaiah 11 verse 15. The Lord Yahweh shall be, it says, the Lord Yahweh shall destroy the tongue into the sea, and the high wind shall shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it even the seven streams, make men go over dry shore. The prophet Isaiah 11 verse 16, and there shall be a highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was in the day that he came up after the land of Egypt. Right, so the Heavenly Father is coming back for the remnant of his people. He's coming back for his actual people, the sons and daughters of the true living power, was us Israelites, other respective 12 tribes of Israel, from the northern kingdom and southern kingdom, men, women, and children. He's not coming for those small habits. He's not coming back for no idea of Edomites. He's not coming back for all the nations of the world. He's coming back for the children of Israel. Now we bring out that Matthew 24 verse 14. Yeah, this is out of the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 14. In this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached unto all the world for a witness, and to the end shall come. Like 2 Hedges 9 verse 5, the beginning of the end, the ends being manifested. That's why the gospel of the kingdom of Yahweh Shad is definitely being preached throughout all the four corners of the earth. And that's what you're seeing. Israelites are actually are. That's coming back to being the service of prophets of Yahweh Shad. That's a beautiful thing. Hey, so with that, I'm gonna close it out through the spirit by grace and mercy of Yahweh Shad out here live camp out here on the highways ahead of the Chief Lesson Concourse on this I would say Thursday. Yeah, this is Thursday afternoon on this June the 13th, 2024, down out in Chicago, out here on the highways ahead of the Chief Lesson Concourse, June 13th, 2024. As we continue lifting up the names of Yahweh Al-Shad and Duwadi Yahweh Al-Shad for giving us the opportunity chance to come out here and do so, lifting up the names of Yahweh Al-Shad and Barak Thumb to the elders for Aqua, as we continue to lift up the names of Yahweh Al-Shad and Duwadi Yahweh Al-Shad for them. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shad, Ba'ashem, Ba'adash. in the Heavenly Father, true name is like Yahweh, Son begotten Son, Bahashem, and the name Hamashiach Yahushua. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashon Colossian tongue. And I say Barakathum to the elders, Wa'akim Wa'akwa. Until next time, I would say Kwon Yasharala and Shalom.